How's it going, everyone? Didn't mean to put that up there. Be good. All right. Let me get some music for the background here. Every time it says it's going to come over here. All right. Showing love to other creators for D&D. That's not bad. That's too loud. Just tell me. It seems like it's a little bit too much. If you like the music, I'll link it in the Twitch chat. For some reason, my chat isn't pulling from Kick or I'll have to figure that out in a minute. But I was working on just getting a little immersion for everything. The calendar. So I'm going to take me cheating a little bit just to spur things. I put everything into ChatGPT, and then we're going to break it down from there. So, zoom in here, make it a little better for you guys. Welcome in, everyone. This afternoon, we're just going to chill out and do some world building. For some reason. There we go. Let me see if I can make that a little bit better here. And we will get rocking and rolling here. And if I can't, just go ahead and get this going. I'm gonna move on. Nope. Alright, let's try to... here we go. Hopefully this doesn't stretch it too much. Might be freaking out your guys' eyes. There you go. Just gonna get you a little better viewing pleasure. Oh, that has that little line there. Let's get rid of that line, guys, for you. There we go. That's better. Alright. Let's get moving and shaking, shall we? Misses, we're streaming. Alright, we got that. So, dates for taxes, week count. These are bones of prophecy. The dumb beat of fate. Compiled by the order. Sealed within obsidian vault beneath elder ruin. You know what? I don't mind that. Oathwain. When old promises rot, the year begins with silence and shattered pacts. And we'll make this sound prettier. Let's see. There we go. Okay. This is the part that's really cool. So, in one of my campaigns, I had a party, in essence, riding an Alexander-like. I think Alexander from Final Fantasy. Pretty much a construct with a city on it. A floating city of Alexander. And it was pretty much a war machine. It's not necessarily a city, but a giant barracks on top of it. They got in his favor and were able to ask it commands to fly here to there and everything like that. And we named it Xiphos, city, top of a broken Titan's back. Really, really cool concept. And then they actually took that to go fight a dragon, and it got to the point that they asked Xiphos to take the dragon into the sky. Now that is why there's 2 moons of Odessa, to create a balance of good and evil. It was really, really cool. I would say 1 session, but it was more than 1 session. It was a couple of sessions. Let's see. Having some technical difficulties for YouTube for some reason, so I'm trying to figure that out. If I can't within the next couple of minutes, I'm just gonna give up. So that'd be a bummer. Let's see here real quick, guys. And then if I can't figure it out, we'll give up and keep moving on. Interesting. Alright. Not looking good, guys. For YouTube, so sorry about that. Look one more time here. Alright, we're just gonna have to do the old school way and just that over there, huh? Be what it be. Drat. Alright. So my calendar is based on my deities, which I think I need to get in here as well, into this. So a couple of things I'm trying to do. is I'm trying to change over to Legend Keeper. I think it's really good options. I'm trying it 7-day, so we shall see after that if it stays right. I've been using Obsidian, and it's been doing pretty well. But we shall see. I like the fact that this is an automatic wiki I can give to the players. I really like the map part, which I need to make a better map itself, so that will be interesting if I can do that. But it's all about world making right now. Okay. And this campaign is very grimdark, very world itself, not the campaign. Conan the Barbarian, Joe Abercrombie, more darker in tone, but of course we want to make sure that it has the ability to be lighthearted when needed, because you need that for your players. You can't just get them in the darkness, then people will not really look forward to your campaign. I've had that beforehand. Let's look at one more thing up here, guys, and then we are good. I know I told you to give 5 minutes, but my stubbornness is taken over a little bit, so I apologize. Just trying to find one thing. If I can't, it be what it be when it means for me to move on, right? I'm looking like that's what it is. Okay. I digress. We'll just have to upload it afterwards. All right. So let me kick's a bit different too. Oop. There we go. Didn't I? There we go. Forward. Homebrew. Worldbuilding. And please, guys, while I'm doing this, if there is any suggestions you may have, throw it in chat. I maybe have an issue with reading the chats. I'm going to cycle through them as much as I can, so therefore we can get that. I should have had this done before I even jumped on, and that's my fault. But here we are. Aha. think I figured it out. Stubbornness paid off, guys. Think. Nope. Okay. Sorry, YouTube. We'll have to come back to you, Kick. Let's see what's up. All right. So, the goal is to create more immersion and make everything easy to say. Selfishly, for me, as well as my players. So these are the holidays. Again, I cheated. The layout of this is going to completely change. I threw it in here just to get inspiration from Chat GTP. Just give me some ideas to spare things. We're going to rehash it all. I did ask for it to give mechanics or festivals and omens and everything like that, just to give specific things. I like some of the things it did come up with. I didn't read all of them, so we will have to discover some of this together, which will be fun. So let's dive in and see where this takes us. Oathwing. I liked this one. So a little bit of backstory. My whole storyline is called Oathfall. So anything that there's an oath kind of gets to me a little bit, mainly for the fact that that is the kind of premise of it. So I do like the fact that it was about prophecy, is more so what everything was named after. So Oathwing, I like we're going to keep it. Blade Seed, that's going to be an interesting one. The planting season of blood and steel, swords buried alongside of corpses. But do we need a whole time of that? So I think this one is going to come back to Donson, Springs, Stormchild, Ends, Begin. Ends, Begin. I mean, Spring Stormchild, so it's very March, very Lamb, Lion exit. Ends, Begin. Dawn symbolizes new beginnings. Okay, I like that. Starbreak. The moonlit revel. Dance or drown. I don't like that. Well, no light off the two. Is brighter during this month, and then others during this time for ideal travel and exploring the unknowns. Known. Okay. Like that. Wormrot. When dragons sleep. When nature creeps. I like the idea, like worm rot and worm root. My apologies. Maybe we should do worm rot. Worm rot sounds dope. Think here. Worm rot. Worm rot. Still thinking here. Yeah. Worm rot. Worm root. Because this has been the nature creeps due to Starbreak. Nature takes a abnormal growth Okay. We aren't really going to try to break down science when people can summon fireballs. You know what I mean? Alright. Bright Mirror. Sun-choked days. Truth burns. I like that. Bright Mirror. Ashgrave. This we're going to redo. I don't like that. Hallow Mirror. Whispers return things lost, find, feed. And honestly, this is 12. I don't really want to have 12 months in a year. It's a lot for me to remember, a lot for my players to remember. So we're going to try to see what's up with that, you know? Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Boom. And I think there should only be 20 days. 4 seasons. Yeah, we'll do 4 seasons. But we'll call them different. We'll do 5 seasons. We'll call them different things. Blade Seed, don't think it's necessary. I think that's really cool if we're going on an Oathwind and then Dodson. That's cool. Alright. Yeah. was too loud. I apologize. I need this. Okay. So, start from the top. Oathwing, Dawnsend, Starbreak. I like that gimmick there. Wormroot. I'm still on the fence with this one. Brightmere. Actually, you know what? We'll give everything a gimmick. Like this. Truth Burns, and then we'll tie it to my gods, which I will pull up and add in here. Might have changed this music up. Good, chill music, but we need a little more energy. Thoughts? Let's see. Let's do this. Well, different kind of energy. Not like pump up energy, but still decent. So to get no, we'll build it into a wiki. That didn't come over well, did it? Nope. Come on now. Always say, if you can give pronunciations to your team and your players, best thing I've ever done. Also, for myself. Let's be real. So this is... Oh, this document had both in it. So let's pull that. So just once. Oh, what the Thanks for nothing. Google Drive. Yeah, I like that. Cool. There's that. Then we're going to throw this in for World of Odessa. So that came in pretty smooth. Good. But yeah, we're gonna take that. Cool. All right, so we got that in. This is Elder Rune. So do we have an Elder Rune bad boy in here? We don't. So map board page. Elder Runes. This is the good capital of Odessa. Brilliant. Do World of Odessa, and then this is going to be lore. The World of Odessa. Do that so there. Whoa. No, thank you, sir. World of Odessa. World of Odessa. World of Odessa. That's what we want. Lore. I think it's the lore. Cities of Odessa. Cool. Go back here. Alright. So, we got 10. I think if we kill one more, I think 9 months is going to be good. Get rid of this dumb emoji. And that. So, Oathwing, in December, New Year's resolution, like that. And then we have Donsend, Spring Stormchild, Ends Begin. Donsend symbolizes new beginnings, I like that. Kind of a drowy March, April timeline. Starbreak, I dig that. We'll just have to reword that and make it look nicer. I think this needs to go away. I don't want anything to deal with hibernation, to be honest. Whispers return. Things long, let's find feet. I think Hollow Mirror is going to be more of a haunted kind of thing. So let's make that here. And then I think that needs to go here. I don't like that either. Do 7 months maybe? The 7 months? Yeah, because we don't need to do things with wolves. Veilbind, death blocks, closer space. Veilbind, hollow mirror, Veilbind. I know. It's the same gimmick. I think this 2 mirrors back to back is not ideal. Donsend, yep. I think that's the way to go. Yep, that's our kicker right there, guys. And then yeah. I think this is our gimmick. I pulled this from good old ChatGTP. People think that DMs who use this are cheating, but you know what? It helps, man. Just gives you ideas. You can go into it, tweak, like Bright Mirror. I'm probably gonna rename that. Donsend's sick though. I like that. Oathwing's good because we can do Oathrights here. Yep. Thornwake. No regret. Souls weeps. Into Frostmoor. Rivers bursts. Ah. Linked months. It's going to be Oathwane. Oathwane. I think that's a really Oath. We'll see. Oathwane, and I think Donson would be those two. This be Blood and Blue. Corpse Rises. Let's do this. I think I messed up a little bit here, guys. Line. Okay. Well, that's thinking. Still nothing. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we got. All right, let's realign them with the new ones. Okay. Seeds 1. Field Deep. Snowberries. What the soul cannot. Death, silence, and eternal reckoning. Demons often disappear behind frost-hawk skies. Dreams grow long. Prophecies stir. Okay. I like that. Cool. Thornwake. Ice breaks. The winds turn violent. Conflict flooding. First bloom. Really Thornwake. Alright. Season 3. Emberlight. Gloam Call. You're saying it incorrect. Gloam Call. Okay. Yeah. Balance. Nothing about Eden. Eden should not be related to this. Brilliant. that. Looks cool. Okay. So Fenris Night, the 13th of one that we don't have anymore, I don't think. So let's see what it does. Sorry for making you guys a little sick. That's why I made the window a little smaller itself. So therefore, I'm not killing your guys' eyes. Okay. Okay. So what month would that be? I'm gonna say it's in Donsend. Bargain fire. Lanterns burn red. Oaths are signed in blood and breathe. God's fey and worse offer deals. No one walks away unburned. Charisma surges. Truth punishes. Pacts are real. Asunder him. All must be silent for 1 hour. Odessa remembers the wound and the sky. If you speak, the world hears your soul. Forced necrotic manners spurns. Dream voices offer bargains. Speak with caution. The blooming. Now we're killing that. That's going bye-bye. I like the blooming. Actually, it's for later. Okay. So prophecies. The song turns silent, and roots drink blood. When wolves run the stars and the moon burns as one, then balance breaks out and the cradle will crack. Each festival and the sign of the breaking, if left unchecked, they bring Odessa closer to becoming the cradle of the bloom and ruin. A world unbound by balance, reclaimed by Eden. So, Eden is my big bad in my campaign. However, she has yet to be on the plane of Odessa. She has been tempted to be summoned and yet to have breaking through due to my party of adventurers, which is awesome by them. But she is the big bad, and I am using nature as kind of this doom and gloom underline of just awaiting evil. Creates great tension. But I can't have a prophecy. Or, oh, jeez. Or I can, and this will actually get it close. Get them closer to being there. That is a high possibility. Okay. I'm gonna, but I want more. Can't do that. Need another one. Okay. All right. So. Prophecy 2. All right. The Moondrown Choir. They shall return singing beneath the star. They shall return singing beneath the sea of stars. Voices, shallowed once, now echo from the hollow moon. When the choir reaches its fifth note, the death shall awaken, not from death, but from silence. The Moondrown Choir is believed to be the voices of the first realm jumpers who vanished during the Sundering. Their souls trapped in orbit, entombed in the moons. Doesn't really go along with the lore of the moons. Others claim the fifth note is a metaphor for the fifth season, the balance, meaning the prophecy may trigger during Oath's rise or Oath's lock. I like that. Awakened dead might mean a mass resurrection, a flood of ancestral spirits, or undead who remember who they were. Or mass speak with the dead. 4, 5. Till the 10th note. Like that. In certain areas, songs are forbidden. In front of the new moon, nights of the new moon. At least the fifth note be sung. A bard or cleric in this party may begin hearing haunting harmonies, unlocking special spells or knowledge from the voices long gone, but not alone in their kind. The choir could become an otherworldly faction composed of disembodied intelligence and spectral lore keepers seeking the immortal host. Okay. Don't hate that. Let's see, I got 2 more. Doesn't mean I have to keep them. Prophecy 3. Black Sun Harvest. Based on name, like it. When the sun is eaten and light falls hollow, when fields yield rot and priest bleed salt, the harvester will walk again beneath a borrowed face. What grows in shadow shall not feed the living. Most common among the rural shrines of Molochs in Eden. This is believed to be a foretell, a plague of famine and resurrection. The harvester is Calvith Moran, the necromancer of Black Barrow, whose soul is bound to a crystal arcane engine that might stir soon. Sun is eaten could be to be metaphorically, or a solar eclipse aligned with Dragon's rise. Crop failures undead, appealing and strange runes burned into their skin, and priests drained of vitality. PCs may be called to stop the resurrection of the harvester, or tempted to use the power of the Black Harvest to bring back someone they lost. A player with necromantic abilities or undead ancestry could become the new face of the harvester, either willingly or not. This is going to become a hook in my campaign, for sure. Let's see here. Okay. The Chain of Thorns, which for the survivors you haunt the oldest noble families, and the Council of Elders is said to signal the fall of the highborn and rise of tyrants disguised as saviors. The Blade of Blooms refer to didn't do this. The prophecy. The crowned shall kneel in brambled halls. The blade will bloom in hand unworthy, and the roots of paradise shall bleed iron. Woo to the kingdom whose soil forgets its pain. Interpretations versus prophecy. Yep, order that. Blade of Blooms refers to a legendary weapon of Eden, one that corrupts the wielder with beautiful visions and false peace. Roots of paradise are thought to be Eden's original grove. We're killing this whole thing. Like the name, like the thing, but too much Eden. Harvesters happening. Moondrowned Carrier. Cradle shall crack. Okay. Whew. So, I like this. I'm going to copy, go up here, add tab, page, prophecies, your boy can't count. Alright, and I'm going to break it down over time. You don't need to see me organize. Calendar is on a backdrop. It's a clock. Your choices will shift tides, awaken an ancient power, or fail to stop them. Each holiday is a fulcrum. You are the weight. You may be the wolf or the watcher. You may be the oath or the one who breaks it. Okay, there we go. Keyboard didn't work for a second. Okay. I think this flows a bit. That's good. All right. Five seasons. Each month has his. Days are not named. All right. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, gentlemen. We're back. Cheers stream. All right. So when they were in I'm not gonna do that yet. We're gonna build. We're gonna build people. And keep world building. All right. So we're going. these. Oh, it's perfect. Delete. Delete here. Page. Does this work? Freaking awesome. Alright. Actually, you know what? I found this photo. So we're going to make our own photo. Let's see what we get. While this is doing that, I'll bring it down here so you guys can read a little bit if you want. While I'm waiting for that. Oh, my gods and goddesses hold a lot of weight in my world. Mainly for the fact that I feel like they give purpose and life to a world, and that gives the players purpose in evolving themselves as well. So, really interesting in what we get here. Also interested in what we get for all the other ones. So. Oh, heck yeah. I am for how that came out. Thank you much. May I have another? What do you guys think? That is very much so what I was thinking. I love the balance. She is the goddess of order and just law and order. The balance is awesome. I'm really interested to see how the rest of these come out now. So let's pull this in. Yep. Let's it's really going to come together once we get the gods and goddesses and the calendar and get that to the players so they can kind of see and be able to understand where they are, understand exactly off of the map that I'm going to put in, which I need to put in here, of Odessa. Let's just, the world of Odessa, we'll add, create, untitled, boom, map of Odessa. So I have like a fun map, and then I have a legitimate map, my legitimate map. Get that pulled over while it's cooking in the background. Oh, I gotta save. Then we're gonna D&D maps. Oh, I got one. Interesting, it's not pulling up for me. File, Explorer. Yep, figured that was gonna happen. Desktop, D&D, photos, maps. There we are. So this is the actual map where it kind of shows how to get the things, and then I'm going to have the more fun map, so to speak, as well, which I'll upload later. So they're in Courier Ridge right now. We're going to put pin Skyrest. Why didn't let, oh, because I need to have a thing in here. So we're going to do Elder Rune. Oh, we're going to add a tab. Map. Gimmick map. So we'll go to that one for now until I can get the gimmick map up. And I'm going to link all of this as well so everyone can go into it and have fun. My wiki will be open for everyone, I think. Unless people just start stealing my crap. I don't care. Alright, let's go back and see what's cooking. Okay, dig it. So let's go back to stuff. Are we gonna have all these little circle arounds? Let me see if I can get rid of the halo. But yeah. So this guy's one of my favorites. He hasn't really been used by, well, followed by anybody in the game or anything like that. But I really wanted to make someone above the sky because of Conan the Barbarian. He worships Crom. but his partner in crime is of the sky, and that dynamic of the sky and everything like that. Yeah, we can see the symbolisms here. They talk about in Conan the Barbarian, the endless sky. Really thought that was cool. So, if we ever get to the point that we are utilizing blimps or some kind of construct that is in the sky, I think I'm going to do that. Let's see how this came out without the halo. It's taking a second. So, but while that is taking a second, I'm going to pull my gimmick map. It's more fun for players to look at. When I'm introducing new players, I don't really like to throw the map at them and overwhelm them with anything. So I made what looks to be like an... I remember when I was playing PlayStation, like the PlayStation 1 games, in the jewel cases, you'd be able to pull out and have that little booklet, and you used to have like this gimmick map. It wasn't sound like you didn't see a town so far from things or anything like that, but it'd give you a grasp of kind of like what the game world was about, and then the art itself really kind of was what sold me sometimes, and that's when I would base everything off of, if I should get it or not. Oh, he came out dope. Alright. I like that a lot more. Let me see if I can zoom out for you guys. That's really, really cool. So, yeah. That symbolizes more of what he is. Let me get that gimmick map. Where are you at? When he populated through it, threw everything for a loop, so I apologize for the little delay on this. Give me a few momentos here. So I see we got a couple new people watching. Welcome in. I am just a chill DM. I'm really getting into my world building of my home brew area. Love hearing people's views. If you hate it, maybe that will shift me. Maybe I'll go, oh, if you hate it, I should do something else. Because I like that feedback, so therefore I can make a better homebrew campaign for my players. I've been DMing for going on 15 years now. So majority of that time was more so 5e. So in the later time, I had a 5-year campaign. Freaking one of the best experience I've ever had as a player, as anything like that. So I'm continuing that on with more world building and everything like that. So this is the gimmick one. So this one actually shows the character of things. That's why I like it. So Odious is more like your classic mage tower. However, it's built. It's one tower. However, it's very Harry Potter-like. You go in the tower and it becomes a whole town. It's filled with magic. It's known to be mysterious. The mechas of good, Elder Ruin, the mechas of evil, Kuro, are scared of it a little bit. And you have the Forest of Terra. The Forest of Terra is more the elfish. I really like it mainly for the fact that it's more like when I think in Elf Town, I think like in EverQuest, where the Elf Town's kind of like inside the trees, hidden, like Lord of the Rings. That the Elf Town was in the depths of the forest. It's almost difficult to get to. And then you have your evil town of Kiro. This kind of came out awesome because it's supposed to be a bunch of spires. Came out like a cathedral a little bit, but there's one main spire in the middle. So I was visualizing this kind of when I was building that disc from the Forgotten Realms world. Gavan is your port town. It's known as your mecca of trades and everything like that. And then Caladrum is your deep in the bowels dwarf town. So it's inside of mountains. So that's like the gimmick map itself. And then we go to the main map, you kind of get that. So Caladrum's down here. You have your Elder Rune, your Gavan. You can see I have trade routes built in here as well. You have Kiro, Odious, and Tira. And then down here you have Darkfall Castle. And my apologies. Darkfall Castle. Oh, and then the gimmick one shows one thing that's really, really cool. This mountain, biggest mountain in Odessa. That's one of my favorite things that I kind of did. And you can see this dragon here. Didn't come out as the biggest mountain. I couldn't figure out how to make it bigger with it. But it's Mount Ogun. And it is protected by Ogun, the biggest dragon Odessa has ever seen. He doesn't really come out and attack anything. He protects his own, protects his mountain, and only when provoked he will then attack or anything like that. So, but Permacell's doing everything. This is more the gimmick map, kind of like what's inside the jewel case when you get a PlayStation game. And then this is the main one that players can look at and actually dissect where they're at, where they need to go, and go for it from there. So, actually, I'll link that here. D&D 5. It's a really cool map maker that I used for this, and I want to be able to link it. Yeah, here we go. Oh, they really updated their stuff here. I don't even know if this is the same one. It has integration for Foundry now. Interesting. It looks the same. I haven't used it in months. If that's the same thing. Now I'm just getting in to see if it's... Dude, they've added so much. Sorry, I'm like geeking out right now. Man, yep, that's it. They just redid everything. Good for them, man. That's awesome. Okay. So it's called Fantasy Town Generator. They've added so much. I'm going to have to dive into that. I'll put my Twitch, and I'll put it in the Kick. I should have showed that on the screen. I'm sorry, guys. I was just trying to be quick. That is so cool. I'll throw it up on the screen real quick. So, all I did, let's see. So let's make Yvonne, right? And then I'll actually make a account here. Whoop. Let me get this going. And then we'll relatively figure this out together. That's crazy. Crazy awesome, but crazy. Ah, it's taking forever to get the code. I'm not gonna make you guys just sit anyway, wait for this email. That's ridiculous. Alright. Yeah, like it was seconds, man. And I made that one little thing. That just, the little bit helps so much when you're trying to get your party more immersed. That's such a cool tool now. Alright. Add that to my favorites. Awesome. That's so cool. Okay. Back to this. So. And then, so I need to kill. So this was back when I had 2 continents, my previous game. So, Que is no more. Actually, we'll call it Que. And then I'll kill Dwyer. So, current tower. Dreadlands. So what I need to do is probably create 2. I can do that at a different time. I'm not going to multi-screen while I'm streaming. And put little into things, so therefore they have it. This was demolished by a previous campaign. This still is a thing. This patrol is done. Bona is done. That was a gimmick in a previous campaign. Mount Ogun. That was a gimmick. I made everything named and so much more difficult on me. Those are still true. And named everything and made it more difficult on me. Okay. So I killed that. That, that, Alright, pro tip. Give yourself easy names. Don't give yourself hard names. You want to look like a fool in front of your people? Make something and then don't be able to say it. Because you know what? That's what I did. And every single time I had to say something like that, and they stayed in those towns the longest, or in that area the longest, I'd look like a fool. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I don't look like a fool, regardless sometimes. Sometimes I just look like a fool, but those times I look extra foolish, extra bad. All right. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I need this for the gods. Okay. I'm going to have to go through here. Yeah. I'm going to have to rename it a little bit. Okay. Oh, don't want to click that. So, we are getting a little bit here. So we got the calendar taken care of. Got a little sidetracked, distracted. Sorry. So we got this going. That's going to help give placement and understanding why the world's reacting to them. This is going to give some life to things interacting around them. I think if I kill these... Kill. I didn't like 2. We have 2. Oh yeah, this isn't big maybe. This is happening. This is happening. Okay. Cool. This is the main thing I wanted to get taken care of, and they got done, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I'll share that with the team. And you know what? Since I'm going to be running this out of it, we're going to create page. Funsies, I think I got. Curie Ridge. I think I'm going to. So I'm just going to say, if you're in my campaign and you're watching this in the VOD or live right now, I just haven't seen it, you're going to see things that are going to ruin the next session. Because I'm just organizing my stuff here. So. Cool. So let's see. Whoop. Frostjaw. Warlord of the Avalanche. So nice. We'll have to redo these a little bit. And this. This also needs to be a secret. How did I do that? Okay. Alright, I'll figure that out later. Duplicate? Well, fiddlesticks. There's the answer, ladies and gents. Alright, so this is Frostjaw. So in Curry Ridge, there are factions. So Curry Ridge is a, back here, mountains that kind of go all the way between Kuro and Elder Ruin. And it says to be cursed. It said that there was, a long, long time ago, a mage that enslaved the drows in Dragonborn there. And then he was taken down. Dragonborn fled to the rooftops. And then that's how Kuro was built, because the drow fled north. But at the same time that they had their uprising, a dragon overtook it. The whole mountain ridge. It is said that the dragon is still sleeping inside of the mountains, underneath, buried. But now there is in a natural winter over the whole ridge. How I explain it to the players is when they're walking and they're walking toward the ridge itself, once they passed into what is known as Curia Ridge off of the trade route of Elderwood and Kuro, it was like a line drawn in the terrain. Once he stepped over, it was frigid winter, and they could literally take one step back and then not be in it anymore. Just to add that element that it is magic. It is not just because these are mountain ridges that they are snow covered. It is an unnatural cold. And the further they venture in, the harder it is, because then it has the elements and that magic behind it. Frostjaw is the warlord of a faction known as the Banished. They are a criminal syndicate. If people are banished from Kuro or people are banished from Elder Ruin, they normally run into the Ridge because people normally do not follow them. They do have some people, some associates in Greenwood. Majority of them, however, are in Curie Ridge. As they were venturing through, they did find the Banished. The Banished were questioning a member of the Just, which is kind of like the end-all be-all law and order faction. And their headquarters is in Elder Ruin. And then as they were following them, the warlord decided that he was going to stay back and fight them. They are fighting in a very fragile environment, I should say. They are going to, it's a cliffside almost. And every noise can make an avalanche. So it's going to be an interesting battle for the players going against him. He swings a giant hammer. So each time he misses and he hits something like a cliffside or a wall or anything like that, then it has a chance to hit a avalanche to make it more difficult for the players. So it should be very, very interesting how that works. I'm excited for that encounter. But just wanted to give you a little insight before we just dove in to this guy. So, description, behavior, abilities. We'll be renaming those. Scenes. That's what I want there. Because I had scenes made. Forgo, Lockjaw. Not Lockjaw. Fuck. Frostjaw. That's funny. Okay. This is what I had. So we're gonna opening scene. This is how I'm pretty much going to open the next session. He stands alone on the ledge above, but he fills the whole damn mountain. Broad as a siege wall, still as a corpse. He watches you like you're already dead, just waiting for your body to accept it. His skin the color of split. Not like that. It's a color, not the texture. His skin the color of granite, rough and weathered like he spent more nights on the cliff faces than in the camps. You can't tell where the scars end and his skin begins. Every inch of him looks like it's been chewed up by war and spit out, back in the snow, broken, healed, and broken again. His armor is not polished, it's earned. His spiked warplate, blackened by time and salt and blood. It creaks when he moves, not from the groan of metal, but from the sound of old bones waking up. Dented helm hangs from his hip across his shoulder. Stripes of Wow, I can't talk right now or read. Hides and torn banners flapped limply in the cold. Symbols of those who thought they could pass this ridge. They didn't. A thick braid of white hair runs from his scalp to spine, crusted with ice, bound in iron. It's like bound in iron. There we go. Bound in iron and teeth. Not orc tooth. Human, Goliath, elf, whatever died in front of him. He kept. It's a prize. His face is a map of everything that tried to kill him. Crooked nose, twice broken, a long jagged scar down the left cheek like a crack in permafrost. One tusk capped in tarnished gold, the other broken clean off. And the eyes. Cold. Let me see. What was I trying to get at with this? Yeah, we're just gonna. I think that will go. It's a great word, but it just takes away what we're trying to do. Alright, in the eyes, cold, cruel. The same color as moonlight off of frozen blade. They don't burn, they wait. Then there's the weapon, the Titan's Maul. More a siege weapon than a warhammer. It's heft, reinforced, with bones wrapped in leather. Its head etched with old runes that hum when the wind shifts, not in song and warning. He doesn't brandish it, he plants it, like a gravemaker. Change that. You can see the way the snow responds to him. It doesn't fall, it leans, listening. The cliff around him feels tense, like it remembers him slamming that hammer down before, and still it hasn't recovered. And then you realize he's not a threat, he's an executioner. This mountain is the noose, and you just stepped into his gallows. All right. So that is him. Then we're gonna. Then I get this. So we'll go through this with him. Okay. The wind dies, the kind of silence that presses into your ears until you hear from your own blood pulsing. A single shape stands on a fractured overhang above the pass like a statue carved in frostbite. An orc with scar, tissue, and grimace purpose, adorned with warplate laced in his old kills, a maul already halfway buried in the ice at his feet. Here we go. You hear that? No birds. Oh, I like that. That's cool. I forgot that I did that. So, you hear that? You hear that? A breath Just one. He snorts steam into the still air. No birds, no wind, no gods. He lifts them all. Not like a warrior, but like a butcher, setting his cleaver on the block. The ridge doesn't ask questions, it buries them. He slams the hammer down with such force the ledge beneath your feet. Then, from above, a deep crackling like bones too long frozen. And then the first wall of white begins to fall. Ah, okay. Frost back is at 50% HP. The gorilla drops to one knee, blood mixing with the snow and steaming mixing the stone. A final breath huffs from its maw, fog curling upwards like smoke from a dying forge. Frostjaw watches it, frozen mid-swing. The cold in his eyes goes quiet, and something breaks behind his feet. His teeth, sorry. Then something breaks behind his teeth. He charges, in the stillness that defined in the past. No, sorry. And the stillness defined in the past. I don't like that. Oh, he's not going to the gorilla. That's what I was writing. He charges, in the stillness that defines the past dies, a second death. His strikes are no longer technical. They are vengeance made flesh. He survived the cold, the wolves, the fangs of the mountain, and you end him. He swings wide, shattered to ice, sending spray of snow like shrapnel. I'll carve your names in his bones and let next storm wear them away. Fine. There we go. All right. Creature tags. So this is epic. No, legendary. creature. Ah, so that's kind of tags. Okay. We'll call it legendary. He's going to be banished. Monster. It's a majority of the whole fight. I can say that much. Alright, Foundry. Nope, Forge. Let me get this over here. Loading up. I'm going to be getting off here about 9-ish, 10 minutes, I think. But I really want to get this map in here. I also need to upload their new tokens. So, let's do this. This is cool. Okay. Downloads. We're gonna go here. And then where is this? There we go. So we are going to here, maps. Cliffside battle. Boom, baby. So if we go here. Soundless. Kill. And then left side. Boom goes the dynamite, my man. Soundless pass. Okay, baby. Frost draw. Come on, Josh. You're better than this. Frost draw. Okay. There we go. NPC, monster, brilliant, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Go away. So go away. Oh my goodness. Okay. Edit. This token. Avatar. Alright. Let's get this bad boy. Alright. Save. D&D. Photos, tokens, monsters. Hello? Frustra. D&D. Photos, tokens, monster, Frostjaw. Select. Select. Save. Yeah. Crap. Okay. Upload from. So I need to get. So it's not token. Ah. Wait. Portrait. Avatar. Target. Pause. Dude, I'm just trying to. Portrait token. Brother. Why can't I freaking edit this, brother? Avatar. Hiya! We just try to. Perfect. Add frame. Let's see. Oh, hell yeah. Whoa. It's a bit much. Yeah. All right. Add frame. Hell yeah. Bit much. Okay. There we go. Now I fear that he's not gonna. Appearance. He's going to be. So we'll do 2-2 on this update. And then this, we're going to do 3-3. Yeah. He's going to be up here. He's going to be there, but yeah. Fantastic. All right. Well, I appreciate everyone sitting here with me going through this. I'll be trying to do a little bit more of these. Maybe I'll liven them up. I'll have a little more of a plan. I didn't think I was going to get through the calendar as quickly as I did. But not a bad thing as well. I will get my YouTube part taken care of. That's still very odd why that happened. But yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hope we can get the chat a bit more lively next time, but it's still very fun. Thanks, guys. Bye.